Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Mulatto, here with another take on Dr. Peterson's new book, We Who Wrestle with God. If you have a chance, please hit the subscribe button and the like. I really appreciate it, and it helps with the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. Now, I want to read something from you here, um, to you here, and talk a bit about it. Now, this is in the portion where Dr. Peterson is talking about the story of Abraham, who formerly was called Abram. So Abram, building his altars to God, is striving to best ensure that he maintains his alignment with the divine calling that brought him out of his hiding and guides him properly forward. Is this merely another variant of the superstitious search for illusory security that is hypothetically key to the religious endeavor, the opiate of the masses? Not in the least. Now, I've heard that term a lot, and credit goes to Karl Marx for originally saying this, and the saying specifically that religion is the opiate of the masses. And I've heard people utilize that as a reason to explain why people believe in religious stories. Now, remember that Abraham is somebody you're supposed to emulate. The heroes in the Bible and the Bible stories are people that you're supposed to emulate. And my reading of the story of Abraham as somebody I'm supposed to emulate isn't something that I relate to as an opiate fueled, pleasure seeking story. This dude is not having a good time. So I back up and I think, okay, well, what about all the people we're supposed to emulate? Does that sound like something related to opium, which helps us to chill out, essentially do nothing, fall asleep at the wheel? Well, the first one, Abel, the brother of Cain, he's the ideal, somebody we should emulate, making proper sacrifices. He's murdered by his brother. Noah, somebody we're supposed to emulate. He's not chilling out in an opiate fueled fever dream. He's actually building an ark by himself with nobody else but his family, while all of society is making fun of him for doing that. Abraham lives till he's 75 in his parents' house, parents' tent, and is doing absolutely nothing. And then he has to go out from his tent. He's encouraged to leave that situation, to leave the opiate like mentality, and he's not having a good time. War, murder, deception. He's rewarded in the end, but he's not having a good time. And you take it all the way to the end with Christ, somebody specifically at the highest end of what we're supposed to emulate. That dude didn't have a good time. His best friend betrayed him, which caused him to be murdered and crucified on the cross in front of his mother for doing nothing but being good. That doesn't sound like a good time. That doesn't sound like something, if I emulated that, would be the opiate for myself, much less the masses. So I think that's another one of those throwaway lines that people say without thinking. And it reminds me of the definition of slogan. I think opiate of the masses is another slogan, which is an old phrase that means battle cry of the dead. And in this case, mentally dead. Because nothing in these stories that I'm reading so far of people who I'm supposed to emulate or that the Bible says we should emulate, none of those people are having a good time. They're rewarded for that. They, in the end, I think Job is another great example. He was not having a good time. He lost everything. He lost his children. He lost his riches. He was rewarded in the end for maintaining faith. But none of these people are just sitting around having a good time. And I'm supposed to emulate that, or anybody's supposed to emulate that. So I think anyone who uses the term that religion is the opiate of the masses, they're putting absolutely zero thought and they're not taking the situation seriously. I'm still really enjoying this book. I'm about halfway through and it's taken a couple weeks, but it's worth it. I'm getting a lot from it. and I look forward to bringing you some more thoughts on it. And you guys have a great day. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Bye.